Like the video and subscribe right now, and I'll show you a doggo with the best superpower. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Sean. Look son. A farot. I like how it's pointing at you, Sean. The World Bank is upset that Bhutan's old growth forests are just standing there, doing nothing, when they could be turned into IKEA furniture. World Bank. 71% of Bhutan's territory is covered in forest, but with a contribution of only about 2% to GDP per year, the forest sector remains underutilized. How can the country sustainably invest in its forests? Fortnite Gamer 69. You are telling me this guy with a small dick has ducked bitches already, but me, an average looking guy with a good dick size, has not? What the duck, man? Maybe it's because you go by Fortnite Gamer. Should I tell my 17-year-old daughter I don't want to see her anymore once she turns 18? I have no legal responsibility for her once she turned 18 or 21. Tell her absolutely, as soon as possible. That way she can quickly see how absolutely toxic you are, and what a blessing it will turn to be for her. As you grow old, sick and lonely, she will thrive, she will grow, she will heal, she will succeed, and find peace. She will live a life of love and joy. As you will find darkness and despair, and you will know absolutely that you earned every bit of it. Yesterday when I was at the store with my 16-month-old, the guy in front of me was checking out and says, "Wow, she is so cognitive. I bet she's 2.5 years old." I say, "No, she's 16 months old." His response, "Well, she's really advanced for her age." Me again, "Nope, she's just not vaccinated. You've got to learn to grow up quickly when you only have 3 years to live." Heart disease and stroke killing nearly 4 times annually than Ovid, and is more preventable. CNN devoted 0% of their airtime to holding Obama accountable for the 5 million deaths on his watch. The CDC says over half were preventable. You can't asymptomatically give people strokes by breathing near them, Brad. What if your parents had aborted you? Yeah, okay, what if your parents had decided to have Shreks on a different day than the one you were conceived on? They would have made an entirely different human who knows how to mind their ducking business. I'm a neurosurgeon. Can I get a US green card because of my job? You are absolutely not a neurosurgeon. Judging from your other questions, you are a somewhat under-educated Asian teenager who is desperate to leave his home country by any means possible, but still isn't quite sure how to bathe thoroughly. Oh my god, I hate my job. My boss is a total pervy wanker, always making me do shit stuff just to piss me off. Wanker. Hi, I guess you forgot about adding me on here? Firstly, don't flatter yourself. Secondly, you've worked here about 5 months and you didn't work out that I'm gay? I know I don't prance around the office like a queen, but it's not exactly a secret. Thirdly, that shit stuff is called your job, you know, what I'd pay you to do. But the fact that you seem able to duck up the simplest of tasks might contribute to how you feel about it. And lastly, you also seem to have forgotten that you have 2 weeks left on your 6-month trial period. Don't bother coming in tomorrow. I'll pop your P45 in the post, and you can come in whenever you like to pick up any stuff you've left here. And yes, I'm serious. My PhD thesis was about the average amount of time men on Twitter spend crafting condescending questions to women with postgraduate qualifications versus the estimated amount of time it would take to use Google to find out the information for themselves. A couple of logical errors there, doc. By the way, what are you a doctor of? Just heard my son's history teacher say the Americans were about to try a new experiment to govern themselves. Something that had never been done before in human history. My son asked, weren't the Native Americans already governing themselves? I almost spit my coffee out. How do I force my wife to change her last name to mine? I'm trying to force her to change it, but she said she wants to keep it. I'm really angry and frustrated as her husband. What can I do? It's not her choice. I live in US. Oh, you live in the US. That should explain your stupidity. Thanks for mentioning that. I was actually willing to write a proper answer explaining how ridiculous your question is until I read the last line. Show her this answer. If she's from the US too, she might get convinced and change her last name to yours. So many people running around claiming they'll do anything for America. Carry guns, live in bunkers, fight in the hills. What they're actually asked to do is wear simple protective measures, keep their distance, show patience and courtesy, and they break like ducking glass. The difference is that in the fantasy they are asked to kill, and in the reality they are asked to be kind. Where my anti-vaxxers at? Let me hear y'all make some noise. They're at their children's funeral. I sent my 12-year-old son to school in a dress to combat gender stereotypes, and now he doesn't want to go to school anymore. What should I do? What you should do is get some help. And I mean, serious help. Your son is 12, and you forced this young boy to go to school during some of the most difficult years of his life as he combats bullies and creates a reputation for himself while wearing a dress. I challenge any game maker to come up with a game that rewards kids to be empathetic to situations involving other players/game characters and rewards them for kind gestures and behaviors, and also positively reinforces kindness, politeness and constructively can problem solve. Journey, Undertale, Stardew Valley, the entire Fallout series, Minecraft, Animal Crossing, Harvest Moon, the vast majority of role-playing games made by BioWare. Would you like recommendations? I can keep going, Penny. We can find one to suit your taste, I'm sure. Featured comment. Master Jiraiya. Me. Bottle Flip. The guy that handed me the Molotov. If you want to be featured in the next video, use #dankness. Morrison security guard. Have you got a mask? Me. Does it look like I have? Continues through under shopping. I'm starting to lose my patience. You can only remain polite for so long under this nonsense. You're right, Lee. You can only remain polite for so long under this nonsense. Which is why I'm calling you a stupid, selfish, flat earth antediluvian dickswab who thinks his very mild inconvenience outweighs 60,000 deaths and the near collapse of the NHS. But as with all of your type, you wouldn't say it to my face because you are a coward hiding from life. I would, Lee. I'm a 6-foot former rugby captain, boxer, and cancer survivor, and if you think after that little lot I'm gonna be scared of telling a dickhead he's a dickhead, you're as wrong as you were when you picked a career in comedy. Nothing is scarier than Disney World in the 1940s. Maybe Germany in the 1940s. Not recommended. So 4 years ago my aunt drowned. She was taking a walk at the beach and she taken by a huge wave, and it had a strong current. She was never found. Anyway, that was more fun than this game. My value isn't based on my Shrekshell history. If a pair of shoes has 50 previous owners, its value is going to go down. This is basic economics. That's not even basic economics. Supply and demand drive price, not use. For instance, if you're a misogynistic asshole, the demand for your dick drops down very low, and that means you are going to have to pay people to get near it. Boys literally have zero excuses for not having communication skills, because I've seen y'all play video games together, and you describe where you're at, like it's life or death. That's because our teammates actually communicate back. It wouldn't work as well if we said, "Hey Jason, are you pinned down?" And he responded with, "Don't worry about it, it's fine, you should been over here anyways, but whatever, I'm not upset or anything." Wamut, it is true, yes. Sabrina, Wamut, what is your reasoning in areas of low ovid rates? And what if medically someone cannot wear one? You do understand the invasion of constitutional rights that you are doing? Wamut, Sabrina, the majority of our stores are in areas struggling with ovid. If you cannot wear a mask, you can still shop on our website. We have other rules that may invade your constitutional rights, like the rule against licking fruit and putting it back. Stassi, Wamut, was a rude comment needed? Wamut, Stassi, similar to a mask, when you shop at our stores, the rude comment is needed, yes. Every human being deserves shelter and a meal. No, You don't pay people to exist for the same reason you don't feed the bears. Yeah man, if I give the 50-year-old lady at my bus stop some spare change for fare and a meal, she'll lose interest in foraging for desiccated salmon carcasses and lose her natural fear of people. Next thing you know, she's in the suburbs, running around on all fours trying to eat a corgi. Millennials are causing a baby bust. They aren't having enough kids to keep the US population at the replacement level. That's because rent is $1,500 and jobs paying $12 an hour. You've been visited by a good sleep panda. You will be blessed with the best rest of your life tonight, but only if you comment. Thank you, Sleep Panda. Thanks for watching. Do not forget to subscribe for more daily videos.